This is a brand new Lexus GX 460, the V8 powered four-wheel drive SUV. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can turn a stock GX Lexus into something a little bit more off-road worthy and actually a daily driver like this. But I'm not gonna do it by myself. I have expert here from Toy Tech, Hugo, who's gonna walk me through some of the mods and actually talk about the GX in general. Why is it so popular these days?
So the GX 460 actually became really popular in the last few years. It's a fantastic platform which is based on the Prado 150.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect combination between horsepower, torque, V8 engine, room in the interior. So you can turn a GX 460 into a complete overland vehicle with your V8. So, you know, why not to go hit the trails or overlanding with leather seats and heated steering wheel and heated seats?
So Prado is basically an overseas platform, right? That also kind of underpins the 4Runner, is that fair to say?
That is correct, yeah. The 5th Gen 4Runner and the GX 460 share the same platform, the Prado 150, just with a slightly different drivetrain, more powerful on the GX 460.
All right, so let's walk around this one because it's modified, it has a lift.
Absolutely.
So let's start, so body is mostly stock here.
Exactly.
This one is a couple years old.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about suspension, tires, all that stuff.
Yeah, so this is actually our daily driver. So what we have here, you know, we went mild. We are using our Boss Aluma series suspension system, which is made out of forged aluminum shock bodies, extended travel to increase that Lexus-like ride quality, fully rebuildable, ride height adjustable, with a total chaos fabrication upper control arm, which maximizes the suspension travel on this vehicle. With this setup, technically, if we decide to pull the trigger on a bumper and the winch, we are good to go by just adjusting the collar on the coilover, and we won't sacrifice any ride quality at all. Tire size, since it's our daily driver, we didn't want to go too big, so we did a 275/70/17, which is considered a 32-inch tire with an Icon alloy wheel. Yeah, so very nice and conservative, but it's super reliable on the trails. The only thing that we modify on this vehicle, it's protection. We added a set of Toy Tech rock sliders, they're multifunctional. You can use them as a side step. Also, you know, we do take this GX off-roading once in a while, and protection is always a very good idea.
So in the tire you said is a 32, and it doesn't rub, right? I mean, what is the lift here? About 2.5 inch?
It's about 2.5 inches of lift, with the possibility of going the full 3 inches of lift, since we have all the right components, like the upper control arm to fix your caster, you know, and stuff of that nature. So yeah.
And you haven't experienced rubbing. I mean, it's okay with this setup right here.
100%, no rubbing at all.
Yeah. So what else can you do with a GX? I mean, protection, bumpers. Can you take me to the next level?
Absolutely. You can definitely add a bumper, a winch. We sell actually protection for underneath for your drivetrain, engine skid plates, transmission, transfer case. We can get you a rear bumper. We can get you sliders. You know, we can do something mild and turn it into wild.
Can you pop the hood? I want to look at the engine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Aha, there it is.
There it is.
So this is all stock, and I think people keep these stock for reliability mostly, right?
That is correct.
But this is 4.6 liter. There was also 4.7 liter.
That is correct.
Right?
Yep.
How does that work? Is it different generations or?
Different generations, a little bit of a different drivetrain too, depending on the year, you know. So, but yeah, it's both of those engines are super reliable. They provide you of enough horsepower and also enough torque to pull, you know, these big SUVs up the hill. So.
Yeah, and it's has a 6-speed automatic.
Correct.
Just like the stock one I have here as well. And guys, if you're looking at engines, there's usually an engine code right here on a sticker underneath the hood, which tells you a little bit more about the engine, the displacement. You could see right here 4.6 BEX and URFE. Some of these engines were used, like the 4.7 was used in the Sequoia, Tundras, some other trucks.
Absolutely.
And some of them went 1 million miles.
100%, yeah. I mean, this type of drivetrain is bulletproof. It has been proven for, you know, for so many years. So you got a really good drivetrain.
Another benefit of having a V8 engine, right?
Yes.
Is additional towing capacity. So if you want to bring a off-road trailer, maybe a camping trailer with you, there's 1,000 options, right?
That is correct. That really good idea is always to take a look at your sticker. Usually the towing capacity, it's written over there, and you always gotta calculate about 10 to 15% of tow weight.
Yes, and of course you have the V8 power to get you up the mountain with the trailer, but you also improve the departure and approach angles with the suspension.
Absolutely, absolutely. So in a combination between the springs, the lifted springs, and also a slightly larger tire, we definitely gain a few more degrees of departure angle to protect your hitch and your rear bumper.
Let's take a look at this. This is a couple years old, once again, and it has adjustable suspension, right?
Correct.
Obviously four-wheel drive, full-time.
Yes.
A full-time system with 4-low. You can adjust shocks, but how does this work with the updated system?
This fuse pretty much it's gone because we remove everything. So
Okay.
yeah, but we do still have, you know, the low range, high range, for high and all that stuff. So
And as you can see, this button right here is kind of a center locker. It distributes the power front and rear.
correct.
And kind of locks it in. What else do people ask for as far as capability, like lockers, etc.?
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, since it's a Prado 150, there is a lot of options like rear lockers, front lockers, different gear ratios depending on the tire size, depending on the weight that you'll be carrying.
All right, so now stepping up to 2021, this is a 2021 model
Correct.
right here with a few options too. As you can see, some of the fit and finish is different. Most of the switchgear is about the same.
Correct.
Of course, this is a fully factory system, untouched suspension. You also have the latest crawl control system, and you also have the second gear start. But it's kind of amazing how little it changes, right?
Exactly, yeah, it didn't change by much. Also the steering wheel, it's a little bit different, but I mean, other than that, it looks almost the same.
But dude, the Lexus GX is not the only Lexus you work on. Tell me about some of the other vehicles.
Absolutely, yeah, we work on LX models, Land Cruisers, 80 series, 100 series, 200 series, Tacomas, Tundras, pretty much everything that it's Toyota, and it's also Toyota or Lexus that it's also body on frame.
So including Tacomas, Tundras,
Tacomas,
all that
Tundras, FJs, yeah.
How many Lexus LXs do you see? Do you see some of them or increasing popularity too?
Absolutely, lots of popularity on the GX line especially. Yeah, we usually lift about 2 or 3 a week, so they're becoming really, really popular.
To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the giant grille like they have in the 2021 model, but looking at this one with a slight lift, I just love this style, overall look of this thing. So much better. Huge improvement on the approach angle and beefy tires, and it just transforms the vehicle from a luxury cruiser into a nice daily driver that can go off-road. Lexus GX has been around for at least a decade or more, so you have choices of used ones, new ones, so your budget can vary. But how much does the suspension system cost, like on this one?
Yeah, suspension system like this, it's actually not bad for a higher performance suspension system. We're looking at about $2,500, you know, but you're gaining, you know, rebuildable shocks, upper control arms, adjustable coilovers, which will allow you to replace your bumper with for a metal bumper with a winch, and you don't have to spend any more money in the future. You just adjust your coilovers, you're back on the road.
But you can choose a more premium system if you want, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe a higher lift.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, budget, you know, we start from $1,600 all the way up to $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, depending on your specific needs and your driving manners. Also, that's very, very important, selecting your suspension system. So yeah, but this particular setup right here, I want to say it's about $2,200, $2,500 with all the parts that you'll need.
Thank you, Hugo. I learned quite a lot today as well, and now I understand why GX is actually growing in popularity. And guys, as always, go back to TFLoffroad.com for all the latest news, views, and real-world, independent, and honest reviews.